thank you so much for riding with me again today. So, yeah, like I said last week, that we'll be talking about mental health, or I would say mental illness. And today, I said I wanted us to talk about the phrase, how are you? I mean, that's one popular phrase that we give each other when we wake up, or maybe in the afternoon. We, we are fond of saying that, like, how are you? And when we ask our friends, how are you? What do we expect them to tell us? Or when you get asked the person, how are you? What do you say? And of course, it's a routine. Everyone says, I'm fine, and how are you? How did you sleep? I slept well. What about you? How is the day going? Oh, my day is going all right. What about you? But truly, do you think people are honest when they answer the question, how are you? Are we really honest when we are answering that question? Or the ones who asks the question, if the people had the chance to start explaining the how are you part to you, would you be willing to listen? Because I believe, or I have seen that, I think most of us, we just ask that person, not what that we really want to know, how the other person is feeling, or what if we really want to know what's happening in their life, because that's the bottom line of how are you. We want to know how is the other person feeling. But then, because even the other side of, I mean, the other person doesn't really want to, or like how we say it, I should say, like how we say it, oh, none of her business, none of his business, or I don't want to put my nose in his business or in her business. And what do? We just say, I'm fine. We don't say, oh no, I'm not well. I do not have money. I'm really struggling. I've been applying for like different jobs. None of them, they have accepted my application letters. Or I'm going through this. Or I just lost my mother and I'm still, I don't know how to go about it. Or my boyfriend just broke up with me, or my girlfriend just broke up with me, or my boyfriend cheated on me, or my girlfriend cheated on me, or my husband or my wife cheated on me. We don't want to explain those things. Or okay, so here's an example of a certain video that I saw. I thought it was so interesting. Watch it. You see, that's how people answer. Instead of just explaining how they are really feeling, I'm struggling. But then, even the person who is answering you is afraid. If he opens up to you, or if she opens up to you, will you be willing to listen to the how are you part that you have asked? Or if the person tells you, the whole community will know about the story, the whole church will know about the story, the whole school, the whole workplace will know about the story. So I am here to try to tell us on how are we supposed to respond to the word how are you, or how can we make, how we should not normalize, because that's the thing, people have just normalized saying how are you, I'm fine, just like a routine, everyday routine. You were born in it, you are growing in it. People pretending, answering that question, just saying I'm fine, I am okay. Even those who are sick, you can actually, if you find someone who is sick and you ask them how are you, they don't even tell you how they feel. I'm fine. Instead of saying, okay, I am getting better, but my back is still hurting, my head is still hurting, things like those. But no, we don't do that. We pretend, we hide what we are feeling. We fail to communicate. Even husbands and wives, really, in the same house. How are you? I'm fine, but how? You even fail to say, okay, the way you said that thing yesterday, how it didn't really get well with me. I did not like it. But we don't do that. We just let things pile up and one day just burst. So the stuff that causes mental illness are things like those. Failing to communicate, failing to talk about those things. And it's unfortunate that nowadays we have normalized it. We just do those things as if it's normal. It's not. I mean, in the previous video, I talked about these two guys that everyone thought they were okay, but both of them committed suicide. They were all married. They have left kids. Yeah, I'm talking of 35 or 40 years. But if they were talking about the stuff, or maybe the people who were around them, if they really noticed, if they would read in between them, maybe they would have noticed. But then we have normalized everything. Good morning, how are you? Then that's fine. We go our sideways. We are talking of people who are married. These two guys they are both married. But they couldn't even communicate to their wives. They couldn't even communicate to their parents, to their friends. And everyone thinks they were okay. People do not just commit suicide. They just don't. It's one thing that leads to another thing. They become sad, they start becoming anxious, they become stressed, they start losing sleep, they don't eat normally, they withdraw from from the society, and they end up become lonely. And these thoughts starts coming, maybe I should just die. But if you ask a lot of people that, maybe if you had the chance to ask people, those who have tried to commit suicide, they will tell you maybe, I don't want to live, but I don't want to be dead also. But in between that's where the struggle is. You find people dying. We find people doing all sorts of things, or maybe indulging in bad things because they think that's a way out from however they're feeling. So that's it. With your friend, with everyone around you, how are you communicating to them? Are you really communicating? Are you really sitting down and asking them how they're feeling, how their work, how their career is going, how their school is going, how they're living with their parents, or how they are coping with the loss of their friends, the loss of their parents, the loss of maybe property, the loss of their jobs? All those things, they contribute to mental health, or they would contribute negatively, which would be mental illness. So the bottom line is, let's communicate. Anything to do with mental health or mental illness, it goes down on communicating. People pile up things, they don't want to talk about it, and when they don't talk about it, they end up doing something which is wrong. Or maybe they're battling with rape. They can't tell someone that they were raped. They can't tell someone that they were sexually harassed. All those things. But if you talk to someone, you'll be surprised. They'll be like, oh, me too, I've gone through that. And this is how I managed to come out of the situation. If you talk to the other person, you will say, oh, you know what? I know someone who can help you. It's okay to seek help. It's okay to seek professional help, spiritual help. It is okay. So until next time, we will continue from here. Like, what really happens for someone to go into to find herself or himself mentally ill? What really happens, or what's the first step? At least that's what I found out. Thank you so much for staying, for listening. I hope you have subscribed, you have liked, you have commented, and here is the email, the helpline email. It will be in the description. And please, if you feel like you need to talk to someone, if you feel like you are going through whatever I'm explaining here or even more, and you feel comfortable, you can email us. We will get back to you. We will help you. We will walk you through this. So, I love you so much. Until next time.